Hey guys, Grandmaster Griffin here, just doing a walk and talk. I just thought about this morning. You know, when we have information, we need to share it, because a lot of times we never know who it might impact and how deep the levels can go with your information that you have. So my concept that I came up with, which is not mine, but I thought, okay, how to solve problems. How to solve big problems. So I thought about it and I said, well, let me see if I can put together a process on how to solve problems. So first thing I came up with was define the problem. A, B, and C. A, analyze. B, big areas. C, circumstance, concerns, what's broke, what needs to be fixed. Okay, so I just thought, okay, if we're going to solve something, you need to actually understand what are the biggest areas of concern, what are the biggest challenges that are getting you in the way. And I thought, okay, I did this, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I said, you know, I need to do some live streaming on my topics and put stuff together and put it in action. Number 2, dig up the root of the problem. Okay, what are the ABCs? What's the assumption? What are the benefits of the symptoms? What are the conditions of the solutions? What if we fix it? Let me say that again. A lot of times people don't want to dig up the solutions. They don't want to dig up, they're okay with being average. They're okay with their life sucking. I'm not like that anymore. I used to be, but I'm not like that anymore. So I have to define the problem and then dig up the root of the problem. What are you going to uncover? Well, what are your assumptions? Do you have a poverty consciousness? Do you have a broke mentality? Did you grow up broke? What are all the circumstances around the root of the problem? Do you have somebody else's belief system? Do you feel that you're never going to get out of the situation because everybody's always putting you down? They're always putting you in a category. But what is the root of the problem? Do you put yourself in that category? Do you put yourself in that situation? And what if you do fix it? What if you do get that dream job? What if you do get that paycheck? Then what happens? Are you uncovering a big problem, or are you just adding more fuel to the fire? It's kind of windy out here in South Minneapolis, but we're just doing a walk and talk. Number 3, diagnostics. ABC. What are your assets? When you brainstorm, what ideas do you come up with? C, what are the causes and the cost? Say that again. What are the causes of the problem? And what are the costs associated with the problem? When you break things down, oh, I'm going to go get this job. Okay, so when you go get the job, what are the costs involved? Sometimes people never look at the costs involved. Let's look at an NBA player. Usually, not all the times, they played in college. Not all the time. Most have. Almost all have played in high school. Not everybody. But what are the costs associated with getting to an NBA? Let alone getting to being able to play. Let alone being able to score points, get to the playoffs, win games in the playoffs, win a championship. All those are along the way. Well, each of them has its own cost. I'm sure right now, after the Golden State Warriors dismantled the Cavaliers, there's a lot of diagnostics. What are the problems? Do we keep love? Whatever they are, somebody's got to make some decisions, and it's going to be a cost associated with that. How do you break that down? So with the cost, you have to analyze, is it worth it? Keep it, pay it, overpay it, underpay it, get rid of it. Number 4, let me quickly recap. Number 1, define the problem. Analyze the big areas of circumstance, concerns. Number 2, dig up the root of the problem. Uncover the assumptions. Uncover the benefits of the symptoms. Uncover the conditions of the solutions. What if we do fix it? Number 3, diagnostics. Assets. Brainstorm. Causes and costs. Sorry, but I'm just crossing the freeway, so kind of loud. Number 4, doing your due diligence. Access. Best criteria. What does that mean? You know, I was watching, I think it was LeBron James in a barbershop in Louisiana, Draymond Green last year, obviously. And they're talking about a lot of players in the NBA don't know how to play. Say that again. A lot of people collecting a paycheck in the NBA do not understand the game of basketball at the professional level. Somehow they got there, but they don't know how to play. Hence the term basketball IQ. Theirs is non-existent or very, very low. So you got to put in your due diligence. I think it was Isaiah Thomas, the old one, who won an NCAA championship with Coach Bobby Knight in Indiana, beat Larry Bird, beat Magic, beat Michael Jordan on their back-to-back championship with the Detroit Pistons. He said something to me, not to me, he just said it on ESPN, one of the channels, is that he went every year he did not win. He went to the locker rooms of the winning team. He went in the Celtics locker room. He was in the Lakers locker room. When they were popping the champagne bottles, he wanted to know what that felt like. He wanted to have that experience. He said, yeah, if you check the pictures and the videos, I'm in the background. You know, they're celebrating, but I'm there. I got permission to, hey, if you guys win, can I? Yeah, come on in. And so he took it all in. He absorbed it. So he knew what it was like before he got to win his first NBA title, because he associated himself with winners. How does a champion celebrate? How do they act? How do they perfect their craft? So he looked at, I need to put in extra work. It's one thing to have talent, but you got to win with that talent. And most entrepreneurs, business owners, people, they might have talent. Talent's overrated. Isaiah could outwork you and have the team chemistry outplay you. So that's very, very important, being able to put all those 3 pieces together. Your talent, your chemistry, and your work ethic. And put in your due diligence. Study the study. A lot of players don't study film. They don't study the great ones that came before them. But if you're going to solve problems, study how people solved the problems before with your due diligence. Now more than ever, you have access to all kinds of information that we didn't have before. Number 5 and 6, deadlines. Have an action plan A, a backup plan B, and a contingency plan C. And the last one, and then I'm done, it's called deal done. How do you assign your deal to be done and bring it to completion? So put all that into effect. All right, guys, this has been Grandmaster Griffin. Hashtag Griffin Martial Arts Twin Cities. I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.